Marie, what's up?
Got the wrong one. It's Liz.
Oh, sorry. I literally just wrote you an email and it
Oh,
said,
that I know.
and I've got some of your tabs pulled up by seeing Marie.
I know. It's totally good. I know.
I'm running
We're
on
not
3 hours of sleep at the moment. So,
I know. I'm sure y'all have a good time.
we did. We did.
Everybody came back alive,
They did.
uninjured or any injuries.
No injuries either.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
So,
Way awesome. But it was cold. Was it cold as crud or what?
some might say it was, others will say no, not really. Just depends.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it was.
I know, but well, I shouldn't say it's unseasonable, but like next week it's going to be freaking 80 and 85, 90 degrees here.
Uh,
So
Today it's not so pleasant over there in the Vegas area. My doll, actually, how bad did it get? Because my whole drive home, it was like I was driving in a freaking hurricane.
oh, really?
Yeah. It was like
Huh.
50, 55, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Semis were getting blown over around on the 15. I was getting shoved from one lane to another lane.
Holy smokes.
Like
How long does it take you to drive over there?
death grip on the steering wheel for 4.5, almost 5 hours.
Ugh.
Well, at least you made it home. That's good.
I did,
Yeah.
but I'm freaking exhausted, dude. I am getting off of this call when it is over, and I am going home, and I am going to bed. JP, you left at the perfect
In a
time
nice-
last night. Somehow we didn't make it home until almost 4:30 in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy, Vidal and Roger, we couldn't get those two to stop just disappearing on us.
Where is Roger anyway? Where is he in this point in time?
He is somewhere over Hawaii at the moment.
Oh, okay, so he is flying back now.
Actually, I think he might be getting into Hawaii. He was going to try to jump on if he was on his layover. Although he might be sleeping too, so who knows?
I took a nap for the first time today, and I don't even know how long. I haven't taken a nap in like years.
Hey, it's National Nap Day, so it was a good day. You have a reason. It's National Nap Day.
Even though all you have to do, like I was concerned that I didn't have videos to record, and she gave me some ideas and I recorded some videos. So I'm trying to get those up as content because we went over reiterated what you're stating about the amount of traffic you get with videos. And so, did like 3 or 4 videos, and I'm hopeful that I can get those up. I've picked up new followers. I'm getting content over. So just working on adding stuff to the site. So I'm very happy with my results right now.
Awesome. Face, I heard that you were there. How are you?
Yeah, I jumped on to hear about this weekend's trip.
Gotcha.
I don't want to deal with any SEO today. I want to hear about the trip because I was there last year and I know how awesome it was.
Yeah. It was
Well, we will definitely get into that because I know there's some people that are really freaking pumped to get moving in their business and moving in their life with some of the stuff. But I do want to share. We've been on this little trend and topic for a little while. A lot of you guys have been putting in some work, thinking of ways to capture that lead information. We get eyeballs to a site, that's great, but without getting their information, it's kind of like having a storefront building with a locked door, and we never let them in. They just can look through the window. We'll never really know who wants to buy, right? And Liz and Marie have really kind of taken what we talked and taught about and kind of modeled it really similar off of Jordan's credit side, the kind of the hook and funnel intake that Jordan has built out on his credit website right now. They did it now from a real estate standpoint. So I'm going to show you guys. We're not going to go through each and every little piece of it, but I'm going to give you guys kind of a big picture overview. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your industry is, what your industry is. Think of the structure and the flow of what they created and just take out real estate and insert something of your industry on there. So it starts with a page right here, and you guys can see the domain. We made it super simple. This way it's a, and I'm also gonna, let me reiterate here. I'm also gonna talk about some of the different strategies that they have now at their fingertips off of just one set of resource that they put together. So LizandMarie.com is the primary URL, but we made it LizandMarie.com/save now. This way, all the videos that they do, social media wise, their live videos, whatever the case, it's simple to get it off the tongue, right? And just say, hey, if you're looking to see how you can save $10,000 or more when selling your home, go to LizandMarie.com/save now, right? Yellow letters. It's another place that this could work. Instead of saying the typical bullshit line that every real estate investor says of, I want to buy your house today, or I'm looking to buy a house in your neighborhood, maybe they can come with a whole other message that makes them stand out. Maybe something like, hey, I want to put $10,000 in your pocket or more. Go to LizandMarie.com/save now to see how. Think that letter might stand out a little different than all the other ones, right? But when they get to the page, no matter how they get them here, there's a video, and I'm not going to play the whole video. Matter of fact, I do want to play just a little bit, just so you guys can see how and Marie, Liz, don't take this the wrong way, how non-professional Marie gets at times. Not that it's a bad, why can't I find my little stop share button here? Damn it. I had to make sure the audio piece was shared. Here we go. But also non-professional in the sense that it's not professionally recorded. There's not professional sound, yet it's fun. It's engaging. And overall, it's sweet, short, and to the point. It's like 4 minutes, right? Not going to be hard to grab somebody's attention, especially the way that they did it. So I'm going to play this here for a second, just so you guys can see a little bit of it, and then we'll move on.
Hi, I'm Liz. And I'm Marie. Today we're going to actually show you how we can help you save thousands of dollars and lots of headaches when selling to us versus an iBuyer or a traditional real estate agent.
Liz, I think we should just show them the numbers.
That's a great idea,
All right,
Marie.
come on, check it out. Okay, so we all know that you can sell your house the traditional way with a real estate agent, and then you can sell your house with an iBuyer, right? Like Opendoor, 72 sold, something like that, and then you have the lovely Liz and Marie.
So let's use numbers like in a typical range, Marie. Let's go with an agent of $350,000 on a house.
Perfect. Okay, so you have a house. The agent tells you can get $350 on the market, but
But
an iBuyer,
they're going to offer you $325 on that same house, Marie.
$325. And what about us, Liz?
$300.
$300K. Okay, so far,
That
Liz,
doesn't
it
look so good.
It doesn't look so good so far. So what else do we got?
Well, an agent's going to charge you commissions, Marie, and it's typically 6%. 6% of that is about $21,000.
21,000. That's a lot of money out of your pocket. Does an iBuyer have a commission?
No,
Okay, iBuyer, no commission. Liz and Marie?
no commission.
Okay, what's next?
But an iBuyer has a service fee that they
Oh.
clause.
That's right, a service fee. Typically, I think we said we've seen service fees as high as what,
9%? So
So
you're
what's
looking
that?
at about $29,000.
$29,000. Okay, guess what? Liz and Marie, no service fee, and an agent already has their commission. Okay, so what's next?
Repairs.
Repairs. Okay, market ready repairs.
So you guys can see it's fun, right? They're
Mhm.
they're letting their personality out. Was it perfectly recorded? You can hear the audio swapping back and forth a little bit, right? It gets really good, loud because it's reflecting, I think, off the glass. But then she turns her head a different way and it goes. So is it perfect from a production standpoint? Heck no. But at the end of the day, is it something that's functional and works? And are they comfortable in what they're doing?
Is that my glasses?
Yeah. Now let's take it from a marketing side into the avatar. Their avatar is somebody that's looking to sell their house, and they know there's got to be a different way out there than just doing the same old, same old. How can I keep more money, right? How can I make more on the process of selling my house? So they get this into the right hands, they get the right eyeballs on this, that person's watching this, are they already starting to build a little bit of a feel for who is Liz, who is
Yeah.
Marie? You know, it's not just a logo and a bunch of words. There's some connection that can start to be made, right? Those that were at the event this past weekend, think back to yesterday morning when Dr. Andrea was looking at one of the groups saying, I want to know more about you. Why would I do business with you? Right? Well, this is a piece of that right here. That seller can now start to decide that, man, I really like them. They're fun. They're silly. They're quirky. They're not the typical real estate investor mentality that everybody's kind of got this kind of vision or view of, right? So very educational as well. Drop a ton of knowledge and a ton of information, and at the end, it kind of works out to where Liz. I loved how you guys did that at the start there. Ooh, not looking so good, but then as the numbers shake out, it's like actually we look really good when it all stacks up, right? So going back to the marketing end of this thing, traffic, boom, onto this. Notice there's not a lot on this page right now. It's just a video, right? Personally, if you start doing paid traffic, I'd get our team to strip even all of this at the header off. Why? Because I'm paying to get eyeballs onto this, and that is it. Get them nowhere else on my website for that piece, right? Now, right underneath it, here's the actual comparison chart that they had made that they're basically breaking down in the video. Now they have it in English and Spanish, so they could click on this and download the document in English, or they can click on it and get to the Spanish version of it. But here we've got another piece, right? They went another step. This right here, if it was just this video and this cost comparison piece, and instead of this being ungated at this point, when they want to download or get the English and Spanish version of this thing, that's where we throw the gate, capture their information. But what Liz and Marie are playing with here is, hey, we're going to give you a lot of value right here, this video, and right here, and I'm not even asking for anything. Not asking for your name, email, phone number, nothing. But if you like this, and I think you guys say it in the video, right? You guys talk about in that video, you guys talk about this series down here, Liz?
Yes, then I think at the end we say you can download it.
Yep.
And if not, it might be one. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think, click below and get more information.
This is where we're getting deeper into it. So it's okay. I want to get this free ebook, and I'm also seeing this for almost the first time here. There's a couple tweaks I'm going to tell the team to do. This shouldn't just be get your free ebook now, because there's a whole video series behind it. So I'm going to come up with a better set of verbiage on here that's a little more attractive and help the team clean up some of this.
I know, and and the other thing, just real quick, if you do that, EN and ES, I mean, if those are the English and the Spanish, it should say that.
I agree. Underneath here,
I didn't know what EN and ES meant.
English and Spanish.
I was like, is that a way to download it?
No, that's abbreviations for English and
Inglés y español.
So easy cleanup stuff, right? Nothing to be concerned about. So sellers on this page, and it's like, man, that was a good video. That was good information. Let me go ahead and get this. Boom, click on it. And it's a form. And I've already run a test, so you probably saw that come through, Liz. Or you will see an email from HubSpot saying you've got a lead from Sean Test. That's me. So fill out the form, and it immediately directs them to this next page. Now, listen to how the tone of the voice in the videos changes already. This first video is just thanking them for opting in.
Hi, I'm Liz. And I'm Marie. Thank you for opting in to receive your free ebook and video series from us on how we can help you save thousands of dollars when selling your home.
On this page, you can click the link to download the ebook immediately and access the video series. Or check your email for the link and you can access it whenever you want.
We are so excited to share this information with you, so be sure to read through the ebook and watch the video series and let us know how we can help you save thousands of dollars when selling your home.
Each video is just a few minutes long, and there is so much invaluable information about the selling process.
So if at any time you're ready to book a 15-minute call with us, just click on the link below and we can get started on your free home evaluation right away.
That 15-minute call could save you thousands of dollars and lots of headaches when selling your home. And remember, we're here to help. So if you have any questions, just reach out and let us know how we can help.
So Liz, something you guys need to change, and then just actually you can clean it up and we don't even have to change anything. Go to this video in YouTube and remove this end card.
Okay, so go to the video, because they always do pop up there.
Yep, because
So-
you've added a end card. Whoever uploaded this added a end card.
Yeah,
On
Marie
this-
did.
Even though this is the video #1 for this series, I think it's because you also have it in a series stack. We may need to change that up because you don't want it popping up like that on here. Not that it's a big killer, but it's just a little
No,
more.
I know,
clean,
we
okay?
had talked about that, but she must not have known what it was doing. So go in there and remove the end card,
Yep, it's
END.
called the end card.
Okay,
Now, you scroll down a little ways and there's the ebook. English, Spanish, same thing as before. They could get either one. And then here's the video series. And he's video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, and video 5. All around this ebook right here. So Liz, a couple things that you still need to do to build this out. This link right here is the link that you need to put to the email. And I emailed you all this stuff, so you don't have to write.
okay, good.
I told you, you just need to write out what the thank you email that should get sent to them automatically
Okay.
should say. But this is the link that we're going to put into that email so that they could at any time click on it and get back here to this page. They don't need to go through the whole sequence again to get here, right?
Uh-huh.
Also, we could they could come back here to download this. Maybe they don't download it now, but they always can get back to this page to access the videos. Also, we'll want to put the link to these videos, to the video series, just on YouTube in case they just jump to that to watch it. Because at this point, we've got their name, email. What did you guys ask? First name, last name, phone number, and email by the time they've got to this page. So we've got their information now. Now it's back on to you guys to actually follow up with them. The other thing is you talk about booking a 15-minute consultation. We want to be able to put a piece on here that just has the calendar element to it. So inside of HubSpot, you're going to want to build out a 15-minute calendar. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to de-share so I can actually see everybody again.
So off of there, also, if I can make some suggestions or ask some questions on that, do you mind? The first thing is, instead of just putting the single video up, put those all into a playlist and make that welcome video the first one in the playlist. That way it continue on if they need to. The
No.
other piece-
Not for this
No.
strategy. Not for this strategy, right? We're getting them onto a page and we want them to stay on there and move around from it. I actually am going to have the team lay out that bottom section where the videos, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are a little bit different. Now that we've got the framework on it, now we can start to tweak and add to it because that also gives us the ability to start adding some content or other elements, or maybe later they decide to add another piece that's a downloadable element to video, let's say 2. Right? We
Okay.
want to be able to have functionality of it. Can you create a playlist to have out there on YouTube to be able to use for other elements? Absolutely. But in this strategy here, when we're driving it to the site, we do want that functionality of everything being separate. They watch that one video and it doesn't autoplay
Okay.
to the next piece.
And the other thing I was going to say is, once they've got their welcome piece, you've got each of those videos already. Are you going to be putting them onto a drip campaign? So a reminder saying, hey, you watched the first one, or whatever, here's the second video in the series, even though they may or may not watch it, at least it's just another touch point to remind them of you.
at the end of the day, them watching the video isn't the big follow-up piece. The forms captured their information. It's triggered to Liz and Marie through their HubSpot platform. It's more of them following up now, because if somebody's opted in, they're obviously interested in the information. Now it's more about them trying to get on a call with them.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Thanks.
Think the video series as some people will probably sit down and go through the whole thing, but what's the most valuable piece for you, the business owner, the marketer of it? Name, phone number, email. All right. I don't care what you do after you give me that, because now I have the ways to get in touch with you. Right. Yes. Could they eventually start building out more of a drip series just to keep it warm, whatever the case, because maybe us reaching out doesn't get them? Absolutely. Right. But on the onset, it's, hey, we got their information. Let's go to town. Right. We've given them a lot of value and given them a way to gain more value from us. But you've given me your information. Now it's the next step for Liz and Marie is, what's that follow-up process from them, in their business, to actually get direct communication.
Makes sense. Thanks.
Anybody else have any questions or thoughts or pieces about what they built out?
I have a question.
Yep.
You have, that's on a slash something, right? It's on their website slash something.
Yep. It's lizandmarie.com/save now.
You know how people sometimes go to websites and they're all like overwhelmed with so much information, right? So, would you think it'd be a good idea to have almost like that as your main page, and not as your main page, but have it redirected to that page? Let's say you have your website as lizandmarie.com and have that redirected to that landing page. So first thing they hit is that, then they can still go to the homepage.
Well, that's
by
what happened.
clicking
You go to lizandmarie.com/save now, it lands directly on that page. That was the reason of setting it up that way.
But it's not lizandmarie.com. It's what I was saying. Would you think a landing page would be good for a solid website?
No.
Page, or make sure it's on a separate page?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the lead capture funnel. It's its only purpose.
Okay.
Capture leads.
Got it.
They can get back to the regular site from there. But what we've done now is not just, oh, I get them to my homepage and I've got one little box that says, hey, download my little free thing over here.
Yeah.
They went deeper and built all of this stuff out. There's so many different strategies to be used to get traffic into this. They could be driving organic social traffic directly into it. They could put paid ad behind it, Facebook, Google, all this kind of stuff to get traffic into it. They could do a ton from an email side if they had an email database to push people into it.
Okay.
So that was the purpose of they do live videos all the time. They're out at events or whatever in their local town, right? And it's simple to say, just go to lizandmarie.com/save now. And that person doesn't have to navigate anywhere. They go to it and boom, they're right on the information we want them to get.
Sean, I have a question. Sorry.
Aaron and then Jordan.
Okay.
So that's not a page that already exists on their site, the /.
Any site, any page on the slash is just saying it's an internal page. Your
Right.
main domain is, let's say, 123.com.
Right.
Well,
So
your
this
core
is
site,
just a-
let's say, has a blog page, 123.com/blogs.
right. So all we have to do is let support know that we desire to have this particular campaign because it's a funnel, and you would help us create that page. It just wouldn't be an additional page. It would just be a index page or additional splash page on your site.
Correct. If you have all the assets for that page.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
I just said, because I try to fit content into the different pages, like the services page or the About Us Now page. So I didn't know we could do something like that. So that's good
Okay.
to know.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I
Uh-huh.
think you guys are starting to get too hung up on where's this page. It's who cares? That's our job. We figure out how to make that part work the right way.
Okay,
Just figure
Right.
out what is the value in the content,
okay,
right?
I got it. Thank you.
Because I can't do that for you. Meaning I can't be Karen in essential funding.
Yeah, no,
They
that makes
see me
sense.
as
I
Karen
just,
in essential funding, and then they get to you, and they're like, "Whoa, what happened? You grew hair."
yeah, makes sense. I just didn't, I always thought that I had to fit it into whatever the pages were there, but this is just an index splash page. You guys will
It's
figure
just
that piece
another
out.
interior page on your website. That's it.
Okay, got it.
And this is when Roger and I talk about growth-driven design. This is why we build the foundation, the core. Why is our first package foundation? It's the foundational pieces of things. You just wanted to add another bedroom onto your house. Well, it's just like adding another page to your site. Jordan.
Makes
yours.
sense. Thank you.
No, I
Sure,
think
go
I was just gonna say I think it's really cool what you guys built out there. At first, I was a little overwhelmed. I'm like, damn, they just balled out on a video series. That's sweet. But to your point, for the real estate people, I mean, all you need is their phone number and email. Not saying that video series isn't valuable. It's very valuable. But yeah, you got to just get a lead magnet on there and get their email. That's it. That's a wrap. And then one cool thing, I know I told you already, Sean and Roger, but one cool thing that happened to us is we've started generating some content on our real estate page, and we got our first Google lead last week on a property, and Jacob closed it too. I mean, the lead came in, he called him immediately. It came into HubSpot, phone number and all, boom, calls him up. We actually ended up knowing the person, personally, but they actually found us through Google. In HubSpot, it tells you where that person came from, Facebook, Google, whatever. And he locked up a deal, owner finance. So that was great. Just get the content on your page, and let the SEO gods do their magic fairy dust, and you'll get some leads off of it if you just put in the work.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear Jacob finally did some work.
Jacob's the man.
Get him.
Y'all need to have your little wilderness trip more often, because when Jordan's away, I bring him back to work, and he's got like 3 closings this week. So
It's true. You've done good this week. You done
Awesome.
good, son.
So Liz, those couple things, we worked those out, but for now, it's ready to roll, right? So at this point, what their focus is not so much on all the little details. We keep enhancing. We always are going to make this better, look better. Maybe we rearrange the way the pages even are laid out. The idea is she's got a very valuable asset ready to roll. So what's her job? What's Marie's job? Eyeballs. That's it. Promote the crap out of this thing and get eyeballs going to it. More eyeballs on it, more likely to get those opt-ins, more people to follow up with.
Yeah, so I'm gonna for sure schedule our call with you then, even for the challenge and stuff, and that'll be our next topic. I'm just saying that out loud so that I know, but I'll put it in there, but that will be where we go next. So I'll do that
Perfect.
tonight.
I got a blank page on the flip chart ready to roll.
Okay.
Mickey, is that a hand for a question?
It was for a comment. I know you said it's not professional, the sound and all that, but I do think that people rely to that, meaning that they see you more as a true person. When people are reaching out to Aisa and I now, they know that we are real. We weren't acting up. We are not, it's not this billion of dollars that are invested into marketing with actors and all that. We are really there. And so I think the trust is even faster built because of the amateur version of things.
I agree with you. There's a lot of times that I've done videos that are going to go to a landing page or something, and it's just me holding my phone like this because it's in the moment and I don't need all the bells and whistles, right? Now, if this was more of a course that you're going to sell, where it's going to be something that's going to be out there for a very long time, and a lot of people are going to go through it, it's more from an education standpoint. Sure, the production level, audio level, right? The use of some slides or better camera and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that might be a little bit more of a important piece to focus on. But I 100% agree with you that You know, it just shows who they are in the moment, right? And people can start to connect on that. So with that,
Thank you.
Liz, did you have something else?
No, I was just gonna say thank you. I mean, it's, yeah, we just, if I can't make it fun, then I want to do it. So, yeah, I'm all about that. And I know Marie is, so it just has to be fun. And we are, and I appreciate that, Mickey, because we are authentic. I mean, that's it. They meet us, they're still gonna meet the same goofy us. So
Yeah.
it's just how it's gonna be.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, I wanted to give, I know we've got a handful of them on from this weekend. And I do want to give them a chance to maybe just express how they're feeling tonight. After, I know some of them are probably tired, but I know a bunch of them also are very laser focused right now. And there's going to be, you guys that weren't there, you're going to see a little difference. You might see a more chatty Mickey. You might see a Terry that's a little more aggressive and not sleeping on me on these calls. I wish your wife was in the background and heard that. But those that were there this weekend, is there anything that you'd like to share with everybody about either your experience this weekend or just what it's done for you? And now that you've had almost 24 hours to just let it really sink in since getting out of the frigid cold no man's land that I took you to.
I want to say, like, the biggest takeaway for me now, having been out of the event for, has it been 12 or 24 hours? I don't even know, but I think it's just the respect that I have for everybody that was there. You know, and I was telling my wife and my business partner about this, you know, like even at dinner last night, Sean, when we shared the table, you know, for the hour and a half, 2 hours, I was sad that I had to leave, especially when we were talking about what we were talking about, because it really allowed me to get to know you on a whole different level. And I just have like mad respect for you, more respect for you now as a human being than I did maybe going into the event. I know that, you know, as a leader of something like this, like sometimes you have to take a hard line and you have to do things that put people outside their comfort zone. And sometimes that can come off as being an asshole. But like when people really like get to know the true you and like what it's all about and like seeing you in your element, dude, like it just, I got so much respect for you, bro. And I really appreciate everything that you've done for us and this group and then the inner line, all that stuff. And that extends like to everybody in the group. I just got so much respect for everybody that, you know, went out there and put themselves out there being vulnerable and just being raw and, you know, getting outside their comfort zone. So it was pretty awesome.
I appreciate that, dude. I did hate to see you go, and but we'll be back around each other soon. So
no doubt,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that JP's still here with us. I mean, after Friday night.
Holy shit!
Listen, I had to tell my wife that I flipped the canoe, and she was like, "No, you did not flip the canoe. Come on, you flipped the canoe, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, on day one."
The coastie flipping the canoe. How's that work out?
I know. It was all that. It was ridiculous amount of confidence that I had, and it didn't work into my favor.
Jordan, you were about to say something?
Yeah, I'll hit on that too, man. Just, you know, I got to sit at that table last night too, and then I got to hang out with you all night last night, and we had a ton of conversation. So, yeah, he's right. You do come off as an asshole sometimes, but you're not. You gotta draw the line. And yeah, I really appreciate the trip, and I just really appreciate all the knowledge and things that we got to talk about last night. It was very eye-opening, and I appreciate it. And I really, everybody too. I mean, I said it at the board burning massacre there the other night, like getting to see everybody face to face and talk, have a real conversation, you know, be in each other's tents, fart on each other, shit in the same bucket, all that fun stuff. It's good bonding.
I love it.
Flipping canoes. Jeez, you guys are nuts.
Lisa, go ahead. I see you raising your hand.
I'm going to talk on, I have my computer muted, so I'm going to talk on Vidal's. You know, it's really cool. When I went home to get my stuff, because I'm in two places right now, and I saw my son, you know, the Marine guy. and he asked me how the weekend was, and I looked at him, and he looked, and I didn't answer right away, so he actually turned around to look at me, and he goes, "Oh, now I'm interested." I was trying to find the words to explain it, and I started with, "Well, I know that I'll be much better prepared the next time." And he goes, "So you didn't have a good time?" I said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." I said, "I overcame a lot. I got through a lot of mental stuff that was in my head. I had some realizations, that some things I thought I was past that I'm still need to work on, which is cool because awareness is the way to get rid of it. So that's awesome. I know I could do it again. I just know I just need to have the right tools so that my experience would be less challenging. But I rose to the challenge, and not always in a gracious manner, but I did it and I made it, and it got easier as the time went on. And, I was pissing and moaning. I was, I'm gonna say it, and I'm not never doing this again. And then when I got home and Vincent asked me would I do it again, I'm like, yeah, do you want to come? Do you want to come? Absolutely.
So much truth to what she just said that I think a lot of us face in business every day, right? Sometimes it's really challenging, really hard, and really annoying, and we start saying, I don't ever want to do this again. But it comes down to maybe we're trying to do it without the right tools, without the right resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you experienced it personally, but that stems right in to everything that we do, right? Why can't I get any leads in my business? And you're over here going, I don't even have anything happening. No wonder I don't get no leads. And I don't have all the tools and the resources.
Can I share a victory in my business?
Absolutely. I always love victories.
So on March 5th, I was invited to do a talk on mindset in a women's mastermind. It was a small mastermind. And I did my talk. It was 20 minutes talking about the unconscious mind and how our brain interprets things. And then I did the drama cycle for the entrepreneurs of the victim, the perpetrator, and the rescuer. And I said, let me show you how this shows up for you in your business. And I showed it to them, and I educated them about it. And I got it was a small group. I got 2 out of the 4 people to sign up with me, which is awesome. And the head of the group has asked me to come and talk in her Facebook group, which has 5,000 people, because she wanted to see what I had first before she invited me to let the whole group see what I had. And so within the next 30 days, I'm going to be speaking in her group to 5,000 members. How awesome is that?
Boom.
Solid.
Some great content pieces too to be thinking about to leverage into your site and some of your other stuff.
Right. I need to, so yeah, I know I need to get a better graphic than me drawing a picture, because I have kindergarten skills in my drawing, and that's okay.
It's all right. I draw the
graphic artists up for.
I draw the meanest stick figure out there.
Canva is Canva. It's the greatest tool ever, and it does everything.
Yeah. If you're comfortable with it, I've tried it. I need help. Anyway, thank you. And thanks for letting me share.
Absolutely.
And my sunburn really hurts. Wait, I put sunscreen on multiple times, and this is what I look like.
She saved my face too. She put sunscreen on my face. Thank you for that. It still burns, but it's not as bad as it could have been.
Topical steroids.
Anybody else?
Where's your camera?
Anybody that wasn't there have any questions of those that were?
Well, I'd love to hear more about it. I don't even know. I mean, I know you do the Unleash Your Inner Lion, but what is the whole thing? What did you do? Where'd you go? How long was it? I mean, the whole thing.
So Terry, how would you sum up what Unleash Your Inner Lion is? And then Mickey, I saw you about to say something, so I'll let you say it.
Oh, man. It's a group that, Sean, stretches you beyond your wildest thoughts of uncomfortableness to just make you a better person, a better business person as a whole. And it really gets down to your soul into what might be holding you back and what burdens you may have that you need to leave behind. And it's just a hell of a soul searching event, that things you would never think you could do, that you tackle and accomplish 100%.
Mickey, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, we went in the Colorado River in a Grand Canyon. So we canoe camping, which Israel actually loves a lot. This is like one of his favorite activity. So for him, it was vacation. While for the rest of us, it was hardship. But through, all those trails that were so hard, like sometimes we had like to pull on the ropes and all of that. It was a lot about conquering our fears and our limitation. Sean had brought 2x4s where we needed to write what was our burden at the beginning of a journey. So we wrote it on a Sharpie. Then the rule was you couldn't go anywhere without your burden through the hikes and all. And I don't know what I did to my burden, but I think it went in the water for a couple of minutes. So I actually started to compare that my burden was getting heavier and heavier compared to other burdens. And I've realized that, if you don't take the time to assess so this is like, symbolically, but for me, it was, if I don't take time to see what are my burdens, what it's in me, like Terry's saying, what are the things limiting me? What are my issues? It will just get heavier and heavier. It will not get lighter. It will still stay with me 24 hours. It will wait for me when I get up and will sometimes follow me into my dreams. And so at the end of the second day, we got to burn our burden and to make this promise in front of the whole group. And it was a very special moment because we were all very vulnerable. First, from going through all of this journey together, but also being ready to share and to really be just open and non-judgmental. So it was really, really great. And I feel empowered and very inspired. Like JP said, you just get to know all those people and seeing them conquering and opening up, seeing the greatness that they have. And, just admiring how Vidal is in real life, how Sean is in real life, how Roger is. Roger was actually my team leader. It was very incredible to see the grandeur of each person and to realize that we all have that in us if we're just ready to shed all of those things holding us in our lives and to be ready to spring forward.
That sounds awesome.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Was there
Speaking
any
of,
skinny dipping?
No,
Yeah.
we did not let Jordan put on his Speedo.
I wanted
bet
to.
he wanted to.
I definitely wanted to.
Vidal, what happened to the canoe, man?
Jordan was cold. That's the truth.
Yeah, I was very cold. Yo, Jacob, you would have fucking died if they would have put you in the challenge that I had to do, bro. You would have died. This guy is such a sissy when it comes to cold. I'm telling you, this tough dude right here, he hates the cold. I know what would have happened if you guys would have put him up to what I had to do.
Vidal, were you going to say something?
I'll say something. All right. Basically, look, you guys all have the same, you all noticed, I'm sure, we all have the same crap, right? That we deal with. Fear, anxiety, not good enough, not smart enough. Do I know enough? It goes on in a family, freaking dysfunctional families. Who's not from a dysfunctional family? Raise your hand if you're not. Exactly. And so here we had a whole group of people. We're all vulnerable. We all bonded. We're freaking sitting there freezing our asses off, pooping in the same freaking poop thing that smells nasty, right? But we still did. And we actually had to pee in the river. That's pretty cool. As a guy, we're like, all we gotta do is walk over there and pee. I love that. That's kind of cool, you know? And then going over in the cliffs, going, oh, the whole cliff dive. Look, Israel and Mickey over there, you're freaking cliff divers. Well, cliff jumpers, you know. It's just getting to know each other, breaking through all the crap, the vulnerability, the tears, the lives changed, Brenda 2.0, the giving of Ryan, the giving of Terry, everything. Jordan and Leah, it was awesome. You need to be there next time. This is not about freaking a mastermind event. This is not about trying to learn how to do something. This is about getting yourself in a position and a mindset for success. Once you get this mindset down, then you can do all the learning stuff. Then you can take all the stuff you've learned all your life. But the mindset and the family here that you can have now, if there's an issue, Sean, if he has an issue, he might call me. Sean might call me. But I'm going to call him. Mickey might want to talk to Jordan now that they know each other. And Jordan might want to talk to JP now that they know each other. So it's just incredible how it wasn't just myself or Sean or Roger or Andrea, the leaders per se, who are affecting people. Everyone affected. Who wasn't affected by Ryan and Terry and their givingness? Who thought that was freaking awesome? Who was there? Raise your hand. Wasn't that unbelievable what they did? Amazing.
MVP.
Brenda 2.0. Brenda. Oh my gosh. Total turnaround. And Sean, yeah, sometimes he's a butthole, we think, but it's just man, we all have that in us to make sure we get the point across, but it's out of love. And here you had a family, a bond, a lion, our own little pride that now you have for the future. And this pride just might be more important than a lot of your family and a lot of your friends. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I think to sum it all up, and this will kind of answer everything you probably have in your mind, especially Liz asking, like, what exactly is it? The reoccurring theme all weekend long was if I can't trust myself, if I don't understand myself, if I don't love myself, if I don't fix it right here, it won't matter. Life, business, deals, opportunities, customers, clients, right? Lending, whatever the case, I'll never be able to get any of that. I'll never be able to get it fixed or grow it to the size, to the level, do, accomplish, go see what I want. Because it's still broken right here, right? It's broken here and it's broken here. So the whole point of the 3 days is to help you to finally figure out what it is for you. And I mean, I could literally go around to every single person that was there and say what it was for each of them. And not many of them was it even remotely close. But once you take a hold of that and you figure out what it is that, like, I wish Roger could actually be on, because all week he kept telling me, like, I just know I've got more in me for our business. And on the surface, TRC looks freaking insane. What we did in 1 year, we put those numbers in front of potential venture capitalists, friends of ours that are in this space, and they're like, crap. But yet I got a business partner that was going, I know I got more to give. I just don't know why I can't. And by the end of the first night, he was like, dude, this, what I thought I was coming here for and what I ended up figuring out and discovering, completely different. So knowing that now, right? Knowing the breakthrough that Roger had and knowing what he's going to go home and take action on and do, it fires me up for TRC. Now, watch what happens now that you've got two owners with the handcuffs off, right?
Okay.
If they're not the speaker.
I'll mute you too. So I obviously I'm going to encourage everybody every time, right, to be there. And I told this to the attendees, it's not even a one-time thing, right? It's something that you would come to over and over and over again, because every level that you grow to, you're going to discover there's something else at that level that I've got to break away from now. Because what got me here is just that. It got me here. It's not going to get me here, or it would have already got me there, right? And to the points of JP and Jordan and Mickey and Vidal and everybody that's shared, I mean, I'll just ask this one question. Terry, how big is your true network now compared to last Thursday?
17 tight ones or 16 tight ones. Didn't have before.
Right? Before it was just associates, kind of know them, you know, yeah, they're in the group. I can maybe send them a message or something like that, right?
Yep.
He's got 16, 17 people that he feels absolutely comfortable at any given moment. He could reach out to ask for advice, opinions, thoughts. Hey, let me brainstorm with you, whatever the case. And it could be about his life. It could be about his business. It could be about his family. It could be about whatever, right? I designed Unleash Your Inner Lion because I saw a gap in small business owners, young. I use the term young entrepreneurs all the time, not age, right? Our age does not matter. Young is in how long we've been in the game. And everybody wants to throw. I was just actually listening to an Andy Frasilis podcast on my drive home. And I was getting really into it. And I started doing this fist bump thing when he said, there is no 997, 2997, $55,000. And he started throwing all these numbers out. There's no course or program or, online video series out there that you could buy that's going to fix this stuff and speed you up through the whole entire process. It starts here. And that was the gap that I saw with Unleash Your Inner Lion. Talk about the avatar. The avatar is just that. It is the entrepreneur that realizes they've got more. They're the Mickeys who want to get to the moon. And they know they can get to the moon. They just haven't figured out how they're going to get there because it keeps getting, right? The Earth's atmosphere keeps trapping them in. And they can't get out of it. Well, guess what? Mickey's on her way to the moon now. And Israel's just going to hold on to those ankles and go. So I don't know exactly when the next one is. I didn't even have a chance to sit down on the couch back at the hotel. We just walked in the door. I dropped bags and Roger's like, okay, so when's the next one? When are we doing this? But you guys will, anybody that's working with us at TRC is always going to be the first to hear about it. To take advantage of it, because I think JP had to jump off. This was something I was explaining to him at dinner. It's all Roger and I have ever wanted for those that we work with TRC, is to help you guys grow to the level you want to get to, whatever that might be, wherever that might go. We want to help you and just be a piece of that journey with you. Are we a business? Does it have cost? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, that's not the part that we focus on. What we focus on, and you could ask Itzel, I've said it a number of times to her, it's people over profits is the mentality here at TRC.
Yes.
And the Unleash Your Inner Lion piece was it was something that I saw that if I could just get a fire going underneath you guys and get you trusting in yourself, I already know what you're capable of. I just got to get you to understand it and believe it. So I'll actually leave it at that.
We've already determined that